Hello. So last time I was talking about allowing God to kind of teach us how to live our lives differently. And today, I kind of lately have been just opening the Bible and whatever scripture I end up reading, I ask God to speak to me or lead me. And I randomly opened up in Joshua 6. And we all kind of know that story. Whether you've gone to church or not, you've probably heard the story about how Joshua sent out to conquer the city of Jericho, and they're marching around, and the seventh time they march around, and he says, as the priests are blowing their trumpets, everybody shout because God's given you the city. And they do so, walls fall down. The scripture that popped out to me was Joshua 6:17, and it says, "And the city and all that is in it shall be devoted to the Lord for destruction." And it kind of caught my eye because when you think about the word devoted or devotion, a loving, devoted wife or husband, they were devoted to their work, to their country. It is a very positive thing. It's like it's a loyal word, like you have my devotion, you have my loyalty, you have my everything. And the fact that he said to be devoted to the Lord for destruction, I had to kind of search that, study that a little bit, but long story short, to make that applicable, I realized that when you are devoted to the Lord, or you are devoted to anything, really, there are times, at least for me, like as a believer, that to think about it that way, like I need to devote this thing that God has pointed out to me, and I need to lift it up to him and give it to him and allow him to destroy it. That's kind of a cool thought, because we've all got those things that are thought patterns or strongholds or behaviors or whatever is in our life that needs to go. And so the city of Jericho, to me, in this instance, it's something that has been devoted to God. It was already God's. It was taken. And then God sent Joshua ultimately to take it back. So he told him, he gave him a plan. This is what I want you to do. And really, if you look at this whole story, it's very much a spiritual thing. I mean, marching around and blowing trumpets doesn't do anything in the natural, right? It was a spiritual battle, 100%. It's no different for us. It is 100% spiritual, the things that we are battling. It's not your bills. It's not that relationship. It's not that job. It's just a cover-up. It's Jericho, But to lift it up to the Lord and to devote that thing for destruction, God will gladly kill it for you, but you have to be willing and you have to give it to him. So I pray for you today. I ask God to bless your day. If there is something in your life that needs to go, self-discipline and good habits are great, but sometimes, all the time, we need to start by giving it to God and devoting it to him to destroy. So I bless you today, and I love you, and I'll see you next time.